when you know that you've only got one shot, when you've only got one shot, and you're still unhappy because of your decisions that you've made, the choices that you've made, the reality is that you just need to change your mind and change the choices and change the behaviours and change the actions, and that in turn changes everything. So when you've got that knowledge, which you have, because we've talked about it now for 3 weeks on here, solid 3 weeks, with a bit of science in amongst it as well, just to give you that, oh right, yeah, she does know what she's talking about. Yeah, okay. And then you go and do your own research and you think, I'm buying into this more, because when you understand the science, and I simplify it so much that you can't help but get it. So when you understand all that, you wonder why people still are in self-sabotage mode. Still. Like, we've got one shot. There's my uncle, 67, and I've had aunties and uncles younger than that. For me, see if you lack purpose. Now, I need to separate purpose, because purpose is sometimes like your why. My why is I need to do this in the world, and I need to leave this legacy, and this is what I'm here to do. I don't mean that kind of purpose. The kind of purpose I'm talking about is the direction that you're moving in, what you're actually working towards. Are you working towards something? Are you growing and developing and challenging yourself and working towards something? Because if you're not, for me, that's a lack of purpose. And when that happens, the only thing that you could possibly do is stagnate and get bored and get pissed off and get overweight and eat the wrong stuff. Added to that, when you put shit into your body, you're going to feel like shit. You're going to be so removed from that vortex that it's going to be debilitating. It's going to feel awful for you. So whether you try FLB and Joe Wicks and Davina McCall, always bring her in, because you're going through the menopause, you like Davina McCall, don't you? Whoever else, whatever else, every gym going, nothing's actually really going to work for you unless you've got purpose. I don't think. I would be bored senseless if I never had purpose. But I know a lot of you won't, because you don't know what it is. You've got to the age you've got, and you've worked tirelessly hard, and you've built a family, and you've got, you've made sure everybody's okay, you've been at the bottom of the pile, and you've lost your mojo. Maybe you feel flat and deflated, and maybe you have wee spells of going, I've lost 2 pounds, fantastic, brilliant, I knew this FLB was for me. And then all of a sudden, in a couple of weeks' time, you go, because you've lost your mojo again. So it's very up and down, very, very quickly. That for me is a lack of purpose. One, it's a lack of the realisation that life is short, and you might say, well, eat the cake. Well, if you want to eat the cake, you eat the cake. But if it makes you feel fat and bloated and awful and ugly, then don't eat the cake. Eat the cake once in a while. Definitely don't eat the cake however many times your pal goes, just eat the fucking cake. No, that one. Just eat it. Just eat what you want. Just be happy. But you know when you eat like shit, you're not happy. So when we're trying to prioritise and work our way out of the self-sabotage thing, we could do all the talking in the world. I could do every single live forever and a day. But if you are lacking purpose right now in your life, I want you to try and find it. So how do you try and find it then? I know what you're going to ask, and you've just asked that. See, for me, I can only talk about me. I know where I want to go, where I want to be, what I want to be doing, who I want to be doing it with, the people that I want to be around me at the time. I know all of that stuff, and I will go there, and I will get there. But if you don't, how do you actually get there? Well, you work out. What do you want in life? That journaling thing, there's so much to be said for journaling. The Shelley with Gratitude journals, they're on the website. Go and get yourself one. Because I tell you, when it's got the name on it and you're doing the programme, it holds more weight. You think, yes, that's my journal. You go and buy one at Asda, it's not the same, is it? You stick it in your bag and you forget about it, and before long you've got 4 or 5 journals that you've never written in. So what is it you want to do? Where do you want to go? And you need to be daring. You need to allow yourself to go there in your mind. Actually, what do I want? Because that's scary. Fear and, oh, that's going to change things for a lot of people. Well, you either stay or you go. Stay or go. With the realisation that life is short, we're not here forever. What is it that you actually want to be doing? And it's about time you got about the business of getting it done, right? If it's that weight you've got to lose, let's give you a kick up the arse and say, Julie, lost the weight, will you? Stop talking about it. Lose it. Shelley Booth is talking you through it. Most nights, there's no excuse. Never mind your self-sabotage excuse, because she's talked to you about that at length for 3 weeks now. Right, Julie? Get a grip. The weight's to come off, okay? If it's alcohol for you, stop it. Just stop it. Go cold turkey, feel the withdrawals, and stop it. Is that brutal? Probably. Stop it. What if I can't? Can you minimise it? Can you reduce it? Can you get help? Can you seek help from somebody? Don't ever be scared to ask for help. I was seeing a therapist for a while and it was hugely beneficial, hugely. And it wasn't any kind of rocket science, but it was just talking about things, and she was making me think, much like I do with you, making me think and provoking me to go, right, I need to go there. It's painful, but I'm going to have to go there. And I would take myself off and I wouldn't say anything to anybody. Nobody knew this. And I was just having thought to myself, I think everybody should have some sort of therapy. See, for me, this is like therapy. And it might be for you as well. It might get you thinking. So that's really what I had to say tonight. Purpose. What's your purpose? I want you to journal tonight. I want you to get your journal out. And if you don't have the Shelley Booth journal, go and get yourself one. It's on the website. Still got tons of them left. And journal what it is your purpose is. And if it's not there, let's get about the job of finding out what it is. Because if you're not driven by purpose, self-sabotage will always be a thing. How could it not? You'd be bored silly, you'd be bored rigid. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to take this opportunity of Feel, Look, Be and fucking nail it. Knock it out the park and nail it. Do it. Do it properly. There is nothing like it. I promise you now there is nothing like it. You need to take bits from everybody's, bits from them, and it still wouldn't be the same. It still wouldn't be as powerful. It's like a one-stop shop for health, for wellness, for that feel-good factor, for completely changing your body shape, for completely changing your mindset. It's all here. But it has to be all in. You have to go for it. Now is the time. These are my parting words for you. You ready? Now is the time. I've not called this programme Feel, Look, Be just because it sounded catchy. I'm calling it Feel, Look, Be because you could feel, look, be your best ever, regardless of what age you are. You can actually look better than you've ever looked using this programme. So now is the time. I want you to go all in on you, prioritise you, keep yourself at the top of the pile, long game, not for 4 weeks. No, use is that. Not for 6 weeks, not for 4 months. Keep yourself up there and keep your cup full. I'm going to keep filling your cup up. Everybody else on this programme is going to keep filling it up, but you need to fill your own up. Prioritise. You need quality time. I'm going to wait to start reading business books. I've not read for a couple of months and I don't like it. I don't know if any of you have read The 4-Hour Workweek. It's an amazing book. Chris, can't remember the author, but it's an amazing book. And I read it when I was abroad one time, and he was talking about getting a virtual assistant. And that's when I found the guy that helped me set this up initially. I was talking to another group the other day. His name's Rex, and he's now working for us again. All these wee clips that you see on Instagram, it's him that's editing them and putting them on. And he's a great guy, but I read The 4-Hour Workweek and I thought, I need a virtual assistant. That's what I need. Never met him. I'll never meet him. But he sends me messages on Messenger most days. And that's how FLB started. Would you believe that? It was Shelley Booth Fitness at the time. So, why am I saying that? Yeah, start reading something that's going to inspire you. I think instead of reading all the mindset books and stuff, it's actually good to get a book that you can go, oh, I'm going to do that as well then. Oh, that's a really good reference, and there's loads of references in it. I'm going to do that, or I'm going to try that. And you might think, oh, I don't like that. I'm going to tweak that. And before long, you've got ideas that you can actually go and work on.